Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. So it's the next morning after I got back from Kentucky. I went, night before last, I left at like 2:30 in the morning and drove down there and got there around daylight, collected HornStone until around 1 or 2 probably, and then drove back home, got home around 7:30 last night. And I just got through organizing everything and washing it, and here I can show you guys real quick. Can't quite stand all the way up yet, but it's not as bad as I expected. My back. So this stuff here actually came from a friend of mine. I stopped by his house while I was down there, and I purchased this from him. So I'm not sure what all that is. It's some really nice stuff, I'll say that. But this is all super high grade stuff that I collected from a creek. I didn't realize how much I left there. The last trip I took, not this past one, but the one before, I left a bunch of rock piled up. I was there for 2 days, and I didn't go back the second day and get it because I had a full load already, and I left it there. And sure enough, it was there when I went back. I'm glad I went back because there was some really killer nodules that I had them piled up all along the bank there, man. If somebody would have been there looking for chert, they would have been gone, but they weren't. And then this is some stuff I got from another location here. This piece here actually belongs over here. But those are some really nice nodules. They're super heavy. This one here weighed 33 pounds. This one was like 28, I think, or 22, maybe. I had 5 nodules weighed over 100 pounds, so pretty awesome. Some big ones down in there too. Man, this thing here is a freaking thumper. I got quite a few like this size. So, anyhow, pretty cool stuff. I am gonna spall up some of this evening and post some of it on Facebook. If you watch this as soon as I post the video here today, and you want to shoot me an email at bradsarrowheads@gmail.com, I'll maybe put you a box together. I'm going to put a couple of medium flat rate boxes together, probably for like, maybe if I can get like 25 pounds in them or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out how much I'm going to charge. It'll be around $100 for a medium flat rate, maybe $125. So anyway, I'll keep you all posted on that note. So whenever I take one of these trips, what's up, Noodle? Look, my kitty cat, her face is swelled up on the left side. Come here, girl. I don't know what's happened. She's got stung by a bee or something. You see her cheek puffed out? Noodle got messed up. She hasn't been eating for a couple of days, and I finally figured out it was hurting her to chew that solid food, so I gave her some soft stuff, some of that, I call it kitty crack. And she ate like 4 little packets of that, so you got a little something in your belly now, didn't you? Huh? Didn't you? You can come up here if you want. So whenever I take one of these trips, I always have one piece in mind, like all the way home as I'm driving. I'm just thinking about busting into it. There's always one piece. And this time, it's this one. This thing is a beauty. See this stuff, all of it's got this algae on it, so you can't, it's hard to tell what the, there's a big difference in this Cortex and the stuff that's no good. This is a lot slicker, and that you can tell a big difference in it, but when it's covered with algae, you can't. It just all looks the same. And this one here, boy, I'm glad I dug it off the bottom of the creek, because I rolled it over and I said, whoa. Took a little test flake with a HornStone there. So I'm gonna try to make, who knows, just I'm gonna do a biface now. I got some errands to run, but just gonna try. I gotta nap some of this stuff anyway. So before I get started, I do want to show you guys a couple cool things that I found. I noticed last time I saved a couple of them too. I noticed a lot of the pieces, these little nodules, had grinding on them. And you can tell where they have used them to grind on tools. I can only imagine what they were grinding with this thing. Something with like a rounded surface. It had to be big. I guess it didn't have to be, but this is all ground smooth around here, and this porous stuff is almost like a grinding wheel. You know, I bet it worked really well for what they were using it for. It's ground here, and then this whole backside's ground as well. Ground all flat, not perfectly flat, but. So I found that one, and then this one here is pretty cool. I mean, they got this thing slicked down to a nub, man. Right in that chert too. You can only imagine what they were polishing with this. Probably a great big old polished axe or something. But this will make a really cool display, right? Set that on top of there. Set inside a case. You know, I'm sure it don't go together, but it will in the showcase. And then there was even some of these small pieces, like this one here had a facet ground on it. Kind of a cool texture. I can't tell if this is coning, you know, from hammering or pecking with it. I think it's just the texture of the Cortex. It's kind of like a fossilized. This actually could be a fossil, I guess. Anyway, so this one was pretty neat. You can see the wear and feel it on there from where they've been handling it, using it a lot. So a couple cool little artifacts. And then, has anyone ever seen red HornStone? Well, now you have. My theory on this is it got heated. Sorry, girl, you're laying on my other piece, I think. Anyway, I won't mess with you. I got two red ones, but I think these were heated. You know, they got heated in a fire or something, maybe. Because that's that red color you typically get with a lot of shirts when they heat. So it was kind of cool. It'd be really neat if I could get a point out of it, but I seriously doubt it. All right, so let's get going. Let's see. Might be smart to try to get a couple spalls off here. Maybe I can get a couple with a HornStone. Safety glasses on. Let me think here for a minute. just heard somebody say, "Don't hurt yourself." Ow! I did too. I'm gonna try to use this big soft hammer. It's a sandstone. Raise you guys up a little bit here. Zoom you out, tilt you up. All right. Give it a little pop there. Get into it and see what we're working with. Looking good. Pretty thin little something in there. I think I'll try to get something off this side here, because this is so wide and flat. I'm gonna have a hard time getting any thickness on a flake unless I take this down and this down, and I'm probably gonna work to this side. This thing would make a killer smoking turkey tail. So what I'll do is pop this cortex off here, and then I'll come back and hit it right here. Oh yeah. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So there's one. Building this up a little bit here. I can strike way up on the edge and drive another spall off right here is the plan. Whoa. Not sure exactly what happened there. That flake just break? Yeah. Flake broke. Man, that would have been a dandy there. That thing went a lot wider than I thought it was going to. Okay. There's still a couple really good spalls there. Might get one down this one now. Take that height down a little bit. Might be able to get this one with my bopper. This rag's got just a little bit of oil on it. Stuff's pretty. It's got little brown streaks in it. Really pretty stuff. Getting some really good spalls off here too, boy. Woo! Beauties. Piece this thing back together. Alrighty. Just take that ridge down a little bit. I'm gonna take a couple back this way in order to start working on some convexity maybe. Or is that not a good idea? I don't think this goes very deep right here, so I'm not too concerned about it. Hopefully, as long as this is the back end of it and not the top of it, it'll be good. I think the most of this stuff came off when this popped off the nodule. Man, this stuff is glittering like a disco ball. Little sparklies in it everywhere. Some killer stuff. All right. Got a crack right here. Other than that, this thing looks solid as a rock. Imagine that. Trying to investigate this thing a little bit. I see a little crack showing up right there. Whoops. Too much. Try to come back cross clean this up right here. That's about the end of that. like this heavier pad that Dan gave me, Danny Collins Custom Leather. It's got memory foam on it and stuff. It's really great for spalling and stuff. But when it gets down a little smaller, I like to have the more soft support of just my leg and the leather. Get a few more on my leg here. Do a little convexity. Try to isolate a little spot to get some of that thickness off here. If I can hit it, always swinging to the right. This stuff can't help but flake good. It tries to hang up and can't. A lot of times flakes will break, especially if you're not supporting them and they go over a hump. That bend in them creates a shearing, I guess. I'm not sure why they break, but they break a lot of times when they flake over top a hump. That's why you don't see a lot of really curved flakes. Whoa. I think it just said, I'll show you. Get rid of it. Get up underneath all that stuff I just messed up there. Okay, get rid of that. Let's see what we can do out here. I'm going to bevel that edge back up to this top. Take some flakes over here now. Just the small one there to start working my way into that mask and give me some contours to work with. Just a little bit of that spot left in there. Really like to clear that out of there. gonna get it. Dovetail it is. Put that other problem I was working on hold for a minute. Sometimes that'll help. About got it off there with that one. And that one. Just a little bit left. I better not. I don't feel good about that one. The platform's too low and the contours aren't right. Let's start coming in on this side. Kind of wait to do your thinning, your major thinning flakes until you get it set up just right. Wait until it's the right time, you know. Just try to get it a rough biface and then get that convexity going on both sides, and then when the time's right and you see the opportunity, just go ahead and take those nice thinning flakes. Got enough edge thickness. Pop the tip off one corner there, and we can start working into the mass. Instead of just hitting right in the middle of a bunch of mass and crushing your edge and doing something bad, you try to work into it from one end or the other. You gotta sneak up on it. kind of see how I pulled that flake. I've been doing that kind of subconsciously here recently. It seems to help them kind of feather out, go a little further sometimes. I've seen people do that to help remove hinges and step fractures, but I haven't really heard anybody talk about it just when you're regular flaking. A couple short ones on this side just to turn this edge back so I can get rid of this thing. Might not be time to get rid of that yet. I guess it could be. Oh, you. Are you wanting to just stay in there? I'll just leave you in there if you want. I guess that's what I'm going to do. My luck, it'll go away right underneath the surface there. I hope you guys can see this. I got this thing zoomed way on out. I should have left it alone. It wasn't as bad as it is now. Earlier it looked better than it does now. I'm leaking. Face looking pretty good. Support my tip. Thin the base side a little bit more from the corner there. My honeybee's back. Every day I'm out here. I don't know if it's the same. What in the world? Where did that come from? There's a honeybee come out here. He kept landing on my hands while I was working about 3 or 4 days in a row. I think he was after my beverage I had. My sugar-free zero Dr. Pepper cherry. I've lost over 40 pounds, Patrick, if you happen to watch this. I've even been slipping up pretty bad too. Eating carbs, and I quit eating sugars and carbs for the most part. Started shedding weight like crazy. I'm feeling way better. My inflammation's gone down, my back and my joints. I'll tell you what, I highly recommend it. Keto diet or carnivore diet, I guess. I mean, I've never even really researched it. I have a little bit. I watched some videos on it. And when I finally decided to do it, I watched a video that I was able to understand. The guy explained it in a way that made sense. The reason why your body can't burn that fat. This is too busy burning all that sugar. And the ratio is so upside down that you have no chance. Even if you limit what you eat and go on a diet or whatever. few more thinning flakes here. Man, I'm chasing it. I'm trying not to, but this stuff's so nice to work with. Alright guys and gals, I'm going to leave it right there. I will film the rest of this one, do a part 2, probably do a dovetail out of it. Hopefully I've been in frame. If so, I'll go ahead and upload it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good day.